The following scary leaked videos were never meant to be viewed by the public. With that said, my goal is to analyze these videos and decide if they are an elaborate hoax or truly something to be worried over. Number 12. This aerial video was allegedly taken 70 years ago. If this is to be believed, then what you are watching is an early chemtrail experiment from the 1930s era. As you can see, a strange chemical mixture quickly forms into a dense cloud wall that hovers over the ocean. This video definitely looks like it could be real. It does not have sound, which makes sense since cameras couldn't record sound from back then. Also, the old black spots and white lines in the film really do appear at random and don't seem to be a looping filter. Number 11. This reportedly leaked video appears to be taken in a desert somewhere on the outskirts of civilization. Two scientists in full biohazard gear examine a colossal footprint that's been left behind by what appears to be some type of giant creature. I think this video is likely not real because there appears to only be one footprint and no others nearby. If there was a series of footprints stretching beyond the horizon, I would be more inclined to believe it's real. Otherwise, they could have easily dug a hole in the shape of a monstrous footprint. Number 10. This leaked video was reportedly taken by two friends somewhere in the United States. Their dog Jake starts to bark with excitement and really doesn't seem to want to go any further. Watch how the animal crosses directly in front of their snowmobile multiple times, almost like he's warning them to stop and turn around. The two friends don't really think much of it and keep going straight, and that's when they come face to face with it. A nearby tall gray creature sends them racing away. The alien-like creature doesn't make much of a sound at all, or at least not one that the camera can pick up, but I do think I can see its head turn towards them at the 2-minute and 20-second mark. The way the dog is acting before this happens also makes me believe this leaked video could be real. The dog doesn't act aggressively at all, so either the animal is intimidated or this thing is not actually a threat. It's honestly kind of hard for me to tell if this is real or not, so I would like to get your opinion to help me decide. Number 9. This elevator video from 2012 was taken late at night at an undisclosed location. The space is completely empty until a woman with long dark hair and a dirty nightgown appears out of nowhere with her head down. She stands in place for less than 10 seconds before the security camera suddenly glitches out and shuts off. 2 months later, the video was leaked to the public and posted online. This leaked video might be fake because it almost looks like a stereotypical Hollywood version of a ghost. Then again, as CCTV cameras continue to improve in quality, it would only make sense for the spirits to show more detail as well. Number 8. This giant sky disturbance over Japan was captured on multiple cameras in 2013, so there's little doubt that it is real. The question then becomes not if this happened, but rather what caused it. I think that this was most likely a comet, but others claim this is clearly a failed Russian rocket launch or even a UFO. Watch this part and you can see how the comet becomes very bright as it hits Earth's atmosphere, and then fizzles out quickly. At the same time, I can definitely see how people would think this was a UFO blasting into deep space, or a rocket disintegrating. It does seem to kind of disappear without warning, so let me know which of these 3 possibilities you think it was. Number 7.
As you know, we've been battling a unique biological threat and we've made little progress. Lack of any live specimens. If a body's found at all, it's already permanently dead.
This leaked video of an allegedly top-secret conference shows the head of a special secret hazard command unit, outlining the details of an important new mission and purpose. Someone appears to have taken this video from a miniature spy cam hidden on their uniform. The meeting begins by identifying a new viral threat to American society.
Cryptonecrophagia vulgaris, CNV. It's a retrovirus, and there's no cure.
Soon it becomes apparent that they are talking about an actual zombie-like virus that is overtaking the nation at an alarming rate of speed. The speaker goes on to describe various cover-up stories that have been employed by the government to keep the public from figuring out what's going on. Stories about animal bites, bath salts, and a rise in attacks by the insane are all used to keep people from panicking.
We estimate 2 years of viability for these cover stories.
If this video is true, then there is no telling how fast this virus could spread, or what the end result will be for humans. Worst of all, no real solution was ever proposed. Number 6. This government research facility in Atlanta conducts top-secret experiments using potent viruses like monkeypox and the bird flu. In February of 2012, there was some kind of leak that could have easily released such viruses into the air. The matter gained public attention only after a visitor felt a puff of airflow from one of the supposedly sealed-off doors while standing nearby. If it wasn't for them, this problem may never have been made public. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention insists that the leaky lab had no viruses at the time, but there is no way to prove that for certain, and this is not their only incident. In 2008, the door to a lab holding Q fever was found improperly sealed with duct tape. There's no way to prove it, but with these infractions in mind, maybe there are more violations at this lab waiting to go wrong. Number 5. According to NASA, the Apollo 20 spaceship never left the ground due to a lack of funding. This leaked video, however, says otherwise. Apparently, the mission was covered up after this strange structure was found on the surface of the moon. The leaked video is now referenced to as a moon base. Look closely and you'll see what appears to be an entrance ramp leading directly into the structure itself. It almost looks like some kind of vehicle is halfway up. Let me know if you see the supposed entrance, and if you think that there is any possibility that this leaked video could be real. I think it is kind of a stretch, but I do see what they are talking about. Number 4. This leaked video is over 10 years old and comes from Tacoma County in Washington. A couple are hiking together on Valentine's Day when they hear something in the sky and look up.
Oh my god.
That is on fire.
Yeah, it is. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Holy sh**.
Some kind of meteorite falls towards Earth, and they rush down the path to investigate. They quickly find the rock sticking out of the ground and make a quick video to document their find.
Get me and it.
Yes, it is. Go talk,
This
please.
thing has come out of the sky.
Their reactions seem pretty real, but I'm not sure if I believe that a meteorite could land that closely without causing some kind of damage to them. Let me know if you think this video is legitimate. I'm especially interested in learning exactly what happens to people who are close to a meteorite, because from what I understand, I thought they usually go deaf from the impact. Number 3. This video, supposedly leaked by a former NASA employee while orbiting the Earth from space, apparently shows the fabled Black Knight satellite in action. According to theorists, the Black Knight satellite is actually thousands of years old and made by extraterrestrials, not humans. Many people believe that NASA is going to great lengths to cover up the existence of this foreign object, as well as whoever created it. The video itself looks pretty old, possibly from the 60s or 70s. The quality is grainy due to either aging or CGI effects. Based on what you've seen here, tell me if you think this is a real cover-up or just video editing. Number 2. This video is rumored to have been leaked from within the Pentagon. It looks like a boring conference room meeting until you realize one thing. This official is actually talking about modifying people's behavior through a special chemical.
And you can see there's a much reduced expression of this particular gene, the VMAT2 gene.
Basically, if this leaked video is real, then the government has figured out a way to change a person's behavior by infecting them with a virus. He goes on to talk about using this mind-warping virus on people abroad.
Have the effect that you see here, which is it's essentially to turn a fanatic into a normal person. And we think that will have major effects in the Middle East.
If this leak is real, then I get the feeling that what they are proposing is more of a chemical lobotomy than anything. Hopefully this program was never approved of, and more importantly, never used on the general public. Before we get to number 1, my name is Chills and I hope you're enjoying my narration. If you're curious about what I look like in real life, then go to my Instagram at DylanIsChillinYT and tap that follow button to find out. I recently released the music video for my song Dreamland, and we may have caught something paranormal at the 55-second mark. Tap the circle icon in the top right corner, then tap my music video and let me know what you think it is. It's a proven fact that generosity makes you a happier person, so if you're generous enough to hit that subscribe button and the bell beside it, then thank you. This way you'll be notified of the new videos I upload every Thursday and Saturday. Number 1. This video was apparently leaked from a food processing facility somewhere in China. Here you can see workers loading a shredder full of miscellaneous plastic wrappers. Next, the camera follows the plastic as it makes its way down a tube and comes out as a long ribbon of thick sludge which is cut by hand with scissors. The next is to send the treated plastic sludge into a second machine that shreds it into very long and thin strings. These strings are fed into a high-speed shredder, which cuts them up into granules of rice to be served later. In other words, fake plastic rice. I don't believe this was real until I found other videos taken from factory workers. This one shows the exact same setup, long strings of plastic being shredded into tiny pieces of fake rice. I wonder what the long-term health consequences are after eating this non-food source for years. Hopefully this practice is soon banned and never makes it to other parts of the world. The scariest part about cursed objects is that there really are no clear warning signs. And by the time you have finally figured out that you are cursed, it's often already too late.